Well, alright. So, thinking, well, that's what I get for thinking, that I was ordering out drives for the center diff, which seem almost impossible to actually find. I ordered front and rear diff, uh, light and diff cups, and well, they are different. So we are going to hold off rebuilding the center diff. As I showed in the last video how beat up these things are. They are pretty chewed up. We are going to dig into the front differential, because I do have the outdrive and axles for that. Now, I've never taken apart a low C this far, but well, we're just gonna get it. I also got a new body mount set from Proline, the nice screw-on cap ones. So we are just gonna dig in. We're digging way farther into this than I ever wanted to. I really wanted to, give it a clean up, throw some electronics and wheels in it, and rock it. Well, that didn't happen. And unfortunately, it just is the way it is, and well, that's how we're rolling. But so far, I mean, as far as all the hardware goes on it, it all does seem quite good. So, I mean, I can't complain too much about it. I can, but I don't need to. Actually, before I could do that, let me see if you guys can see just how filthy and nasty that is. That is just years of track crap, dirt, and just crap. This thing was ridden hard. Alright. That's quite a bit better. And I did find out that that little doohickey just slides right off, and that's what was holding the half bent. One side straight, the other side's really bent up. That could be hammered out and reused, but I'm not going to, because I got something better. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Oh, that looks pretty good. How's that? And, well, funny thing is, this feels heavier. But we'll see. It also got cardboard and stuff on it. I should do a weight comparison to everything. That's what I ought to do. Alright, let's crack this puppy open. Let's see what we got. Actually seems to be pretty nice in there, so I'm not anticipating any serious surprises here. But well, we all know how that really goes. Alright, let's see what we get. Oh, well, I'm really glad I did that. One, they leak. Two, they have leaked and they are rusty. Well, it's really good I did this. Oh, well, that's going to come up on camera there. But it's got a little rusties on it. Oh, that's not good at all. This thing got ridden wet and put away wet. Not maintained ever again, so we're going to fix that. It's in fair condition. It's got a touch of pitting on it and that, but I think it'll be fine as long as it's properly greased up again. But yeah, my goodness, look at all that grunge and dirt in there. That is just really bad. Ugh. But the good news out of this is that I'm going to know this truck inside out, just like I do my other trucks. So, I mean, this isn't a bad thing at all, except it's just costing me quite a bit more money than I anticipated it. Good thing out of this is that it does have steel gears, upgraded steel, no plastic crap. And I don't know, maybe it came that way. It's hard to tell. I mean, this is a 13-year-old truck, which in the RC world is, well, antique. But it's going to perform well enough for me. So I am no pro, and therefore cannot justify buying, like a really high-end, expensive Losi kit, or Losi Techno kit as well. My driving skills do not warrant owning one. Oh yeah, look at that. Hardly any fluid in it at all. That's just awesome. Ugh. Just one thing after another with this little truck. Alright, so O-ring here. Just touch cleanup. Get it popped back into place. Get our shim. And clean up. Also pop back into place. And our outdrive and axle setup. And see, these are bigger, heavier duty axles. Yeah, these are much bigger duty. Just make sure that they are same length. They look pretty close. Yeah, much bigger, heavier duty. We can see that. Yeah. So, hope in one hand, right? Let's just make sure that looks good, and it does. Looks really good, actually, and brand new. You can see how worn these are. Well, maybe you can't, but I can. Well, let's see what we get. Uh-oh. Oh, I can't tell. Right there. I definitely need to put my bearings on first. So, fast eddies. One and two. I think we're good. Feels good anyway. Looks good. Should be good, right? I'm winging it here, guys. I don't know much about techno or loci. I'm mixing the two of them up right here. And, well, okay, we got a little square. Oh, look at that. Did you guys notice it? I didn't. Assembly instructions just popped out of there. What do you know about that? Alright. I already knew that part of it, but, you know. Okay, so I'm going to throw that right there. So now I've got some tiny parts I'm about to start tossing out here. Just tiny little square dealies that are super sticky with this very gooey, very dirty diff oil. Just, yeah, it's pretty bad. And I need to go get another rag or two. And yeah, I know this would be easier if I cleaned my bench, so you can just keep that to yourself. Cleaning my bench would remove the challenge of it, though, don't you think? Alright, so that's pretty much a dead rag. I'm gonna go get a couple more. Well, I don't know if that's all stock or if it's been upgraded to aluminum. Yeah, there's another one too. That's interesting. I got a bet that I'm supposed to put those back in there somewhere. That's great. No idea where. Okay. Well, a little micro adventure there. Let's pull that out. And pop one of these silly things. Each side. Damn, that's not easy to do. Alright. I don't even know if you guys can even see these tiny little rings. Little, there. Micro shims that I didn't even know were in there until I just tripped over them. So, because I didn't see them in there in the first place, I gotta assume this is where they go. And I know assuming is not a good idea here in this case, but sometimes you have no choice but to wing it. Well, you know it. This channel should just be winging it. Probably should have named it. Come and watch an old man just wing it. Alright. Yep, I can see on the back of this gear. This is where these little shims go. See the wear mark on it, which I still find, well, kind of crazy, but that's the way it is. Yeah, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but it's alright. Probably going to be going really fast here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. Yeah, you definitely can't see that. It's all together. Okay. Now I want to put this one together before I go any farther. Shit. Put those right there for now. Bring this way and over. Oh, damn. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. There it is. There. That side's together. Put the seal on the gasket on that side. But then I need to go quickly reference my setup sheet to know which oil I'm putting in here. I'm pretty sure it's 7K, but we're going to find out. Alright, got it. We're going with 7 in the front, 5 in the middle, 3 in the rear. So here is my, that's 3K. 5K, there's 7K. So, 7 in the front. Which is much thinner than what I would be running in one of my bashers. But this isn't a basher. I actually do plan on racing with this truck. And, well, I want it to be right. I'm gonna let that settle for a few minutes, and we'll be back and put it back together again. To wipe that clean a bit. Like so. They look pretty good. So now I'm going to attempt to get this right the first time. Ooh, that feels really good. Glad I saw those shims. Make sure we're lined up nice and right. And then let's get that on there. And these. You can't see what I'm doing. Oh, that feels good now. It feels much firmer than it did. A little play in there, but that's okay, I think. Alright, I like it. Feels good. Feels really good. Now, need to get these cleaned up. Pretty damn clean as well. Now, I certainly wish there was some kind of seal in there, and I wonder if there's supposed to be a seal in there. Probably not, but I do wish there was one. So, I need to pull out a couple of bearings for the pinion. And I believe it's alright, and I'm back. Camera died, so now I have it plugged in, but got the pinion in there. Oh no, what'd you go and let me do that for? See what I did, don't you? Yeah, damn it. Alright, well, let me go fix that screw up. I also need to go, I'm going to go look for some different grease. I normally use a thick silicone grease, but I'm going to go with something lighter in this truck. So, damn it. Not completely sold that this is a great idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to use some high temp bearing grease in this build. Now, typically in my bashers, if you guys have been watching before any of my other videos, you've seen me use a Silglide, a silicone grease. But I kind of think that for some reason I'm just thinking this would be better for this application. So that's what I'm rolling with. I'm just going to lightly grease. I'm not going to go really heavy and goofy in there, because there isn't a whole lot of room in this differential. Unlike the Arma differentials that have a lot of space in them. So I'm just basically going to grease this up enough to coat the metal parts, really. And I think that's about it right there. I guess that's just enough to coat the important parts. Like so. Let me get a little back here, just enough to kind of coat the back of this ring gear, just in case some moisture does decide to get in there. Keep it from getting rusty anyway. That's my theory anyway, that the synthetic silicone grease probably won't inhibit, prevent rusting at all, where a conventional grease will. Get it just a touch more in there. Huh? Just a bit. All right. We'll say that that's greased. Goes back together like so. And these two go to the bottom. There's not that one. Is the other end of this one. Why is it? As soon as you get your hands greasy and grungy, and you can't see anything I'm doing, you get your hands all greasy and grungy, you get an itch on your face. Let's bring you guys up just a little bit more. That's a little better. Never fails for me. As soon as I get my hands sticky with something I don't want on my face, I get an itch. I am going to take these apart, clean them up, lube them up with this. Can you see that? Yep. All right. Just not enough to score it, but enough to clean it up real nice. Because this thing was quite literally reading hard and put away wet. And well, wet is never good when it comes to an RC truck. So, interesting. Okay. So the V1 SCT does not, we can cover this up and get it out of the way, does not have adjustable hinge pins, for camber. The V2 does, and I know I can get the kit for the V2 and install it right on this truck, because they're basically the same trucks. But I'm not going to. And that's how you know you got pretty good free movement going on. And being able to do that with the anti-roll bar. This gives us a couple extra holes for suspension tuning. Shock position and camber position. That's kind of nice. Go read my setup sheet real quick to see where I want to put these. Well, just buttoning the front end up here. Forgot to turn my camera back on, so there's standard screws. Everything else I have is metric. But it is what it is. Way too many different screw sizes. Alright, well, front end, mostly complete. Those gotta be cranked way in. Here. Okay. So